everybody. Welcome to NUFC Talk TV. The American Mag, Chris here, ready for the instant match reaction. And of course, Newcastle United just beating the one and only Ipswich Town. For some reason, I see Mighty Wayne next to me, and when he's not even here. So let me make it again. There we go. So there we go. I think I'm fixed now. Oh, I'm going, and then I'm fixed. There we go. I'm back. Anyways, welcome to the channel. Andy Bale is in the building. Andy, do you hear me? For the I think it's when we don't have anybody. I think when we don't have anybody else roaming around, maybe.
I'll get upstairs, man. 2 seconds. I'll ask the way to shut the door for us because me haven't got
Yeah, no worries, man. Take your time. Anyways, instant match reaction. Newcastle United beating Ipswich 3-0 at St. James's Park. Good overall performance. I mean, you know, in the beginning it was a bit dodgy, but we managed to get it. We managed to get it done, which is the most important part of it. And I think everybody can be happy with the 3 points. I wish it would have been 4, and then I would have been top of the league on the NTTV predictions. But it looks like Gary has taken over this week, so we shall see what happens. With that, in the coming week, we're going to play Brighton here in a minute next week. So next Sunday, I think. And yeah, so Andy, how you doing? By the way, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Please help the channel grow. You can super chat, gift memberships away, or become a member yourself. Help the channel grow. Get exclusive content. Join the membership club, or super chat us. Help us grow the channel. But most importantly, hit the like button. Please help us out that way. And subscribe if you're new. Second of all, you can join and have your say. You can join and have your opinion out loud. You don't need a camera. You can just hit the link. It's pinned in the chat. The link is right there. You can join us and have your say. So do that. Come on and have your opinion. Mighty Win should be joining us soon. And anyways, Andy, how you doing? You're muted.
With me, I think watching that game, I think I moved more than Nick Pope, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
The reports are saying he's got cramp from rigor mortis because he was still. But yeah, it is exactly what you want in a game that you must win. That is it for me. It was the game that you look at the remaining fixtures and you say if you slip up in that game, then it may cost you. We did exactly what was asked of us. Ipswich, to be fair to them, give us a good game for half an hour. The sending off by the book, I can understand it. I thought it was slightly harsh, but I can get it. The penalty, people are going to debate it all day long, but I thought there should have been a penalty just before that for Dan Burn, with a tussle with O'Shea, I think. Mate, I was so happy to see Osula come on and have an impact on the game. It was great. Lewis Miley looks like he's a veteran when he comes off the bench and just settles the game. We've got a good mix, mate, and I thought it was a performance of exactly what we needed. It wasn't a flash in the pan, like, you know, blowing a team away like we did at Spurs or like we did a couple of weeks ago. It was just exactly what we needed. We got over the line. We got the 3 points, and that puts us in a strong position.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's been massive. We got Steve Rector too as well. Steve, do you hear me?
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, mate. Well, what did you think about the nice performance?
Absolutely fantastic. First half was a bit edgy. We could have got a goal. I think the Bruno Guimaraes situation with the keeper, I thought that was a bit too much protection on the keeper. I thought that should have been a goal for a start.
Exactly.
I think that they were lucky they didn't get a second man sent off when Burn and Delap were messing about in the box.
Yeah,
when Burn tried to run around the other side of the box, and Delap went with him and he bundled him over, that should have been a second yellow.
From the corner, wasn't it, Steve?
Yeah, the referee let it go, didn't do anything about it. He could have booked him again after the fact, but he didn't. I'm very surprised that Ipswich didn't have a second man sent off because the way they were in the first half, very frustrated. Johnson deserved that. Mosley was very lucky not to get a booking after that red card situation. He should at least got a yellow. But we, in the second half, controlled the game. Very unlucky not to score more. I predicted 5, thinking it was going to be a rout. But yeah, we should have been. We should have been about 5-0, but 3-0, safe results. We're up to third again with Forest to play. But all the teams round us have already played the same amount of games as us, so it's on our hands now in the next 5 weeks to finish it off.
Well, it certainly is up to us. It's always been, but getting the W today was definitely something that we needed. It was a must-win game. And it wasn't easy in the beginning, man. It was very edgy, as you said, Steve. I think Ipswich came out guns blazing. Maybe not guns blazing, but they weren't easy to tame, to say the least.
Shot across the goal, I thought, here we go. Are we going to go 1-0 down early in the game?
They had a very clear plan, didn't they? There was a couple of times Delap held the ball up, and what they did, they were patient. They played the ball back into the centre backs, and they let people get up the pitch, and they went direct. And it nearly paid off a couple of times. Dan Burn nearly got done off Delap on the wing. I think it was Dubravka came across. It's a shame that they're only able to show them moments of quality or competitiveness this late in the season, because if they'd showed that and didn't get a man sent off, they might have had a chance to stay in the league. But with quality, eventually, if you keep knocking on the door, you're going to make people make mistakes, and that's exactly what happened. Isak did Ben Johnson, and people say, well, he had no choice. He's made a rash decision. He's pulled him down. O'Shea was coming across. There was no need for him to bring Isak down.
Yeah. Isak was absent too in the first minutes. When I say first half of the first half, he wasn't in it. At the end of the first half, he was very active. Harvey Barnes looking for him, and that penalty, done well. And but also we had things going in our favor. The Ipswich getting a man sent off, and of course the penalty. It helped us out. I don't think it was a penalty, to be fair, but it just happens.
From what I can see, at the end of the day, he put his arm on him, he pulled on him, the ball was going past, there was a chance that he could have got the ball. There was a slim chance, but there was a chance. So the referee's what's name is in it, you interfered with him going for that ball. So technically, foul. It's a penalty.
How many times have we seen Mo Salah in that situation do exactly the same thing and the penalty's given straight away?
Yeah,
maybe.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Chris. I think it is slightly soft. I don't think there's a huge amount of contact.
Yeah, it was soft, but contact's contact, isn't it? Simple as that. Exactly. He put his arm on him. He put his arm on him.
Hold on.
Yeah, but he pulled him round. So technically, referee went and had a look at it because VAR left it up to the penalty. Now, if the VAR didn't think it was going to be any you wouldn't give it to the referee to look at.
True. The referee was shocking, by the way.
Yeah, but 9 out of 10 times you give the VAR decision to the penalty to the ref. The ref's going to give the penalty.
His momentum stopped, isn't it? So he can't get to the ball. So therefore, he's obstructed. He's obstructed the attacking player.
By the way, the referee did have a shocking game tonight. I mean, the lap was having a field trip with him. I mean, he was just faking fouls left and right, and he was laughing. He was laughing blatantly.
What was it? The one with Trippier. Trippier didn't even touch him. Trippier put his foot out to touch the ball, didn't touch the ball, didn't touch the player, and the player went over. And it was like
the one on the edge of their box with Tonali just honestly infuriated the shit out of me. Excuse me, French, but. Honestly, what the ref's been absolutely hook, line, and sinker fell for that one, like.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. But I mean, we still deserve to win. It was going to be a very tough game for them after they lost a man, and I said 4-0 didn't happen. 3-0 was close enough, and 62 points, third right now. Newcastle back top. and on top of Man City, Chelsea, who won today, also 1-0. And so yeah, I mean it's we're back at it. Now we got to play
Ipswich down.
Ipswich officially down, yeah.
And it's the earliest ever that the three relegated teams have been put down.
Is it? Right.
Record.
Okay.
It's a record for the Premier League. And also 2 years in a row, all the three promoted sides have gone down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Forest are the last team to avoid it on the last promoted side to avoid relegation.
Yeah. That's it. So it's like we say, the last 2 years now, it's been they've all gone down. It's
sometimes taking a 15 points a deduction in points might help you.
To be fair, this season has been for lower teams just draws, man. I mean, I think Southampton I don't think they ever won once. So you know, it's they've done their part. Trust me, be down there, and but now we got Brighton. That's going to be a tough one away. Very, very tough. Very.
We haven't
tough.
got the best record there either, have we?
No, but you know, we're gonna have to do it. I mean, there's just no way around it. We're gonna have to do it. What did you guys think about Harvey Barnes today? It wasn't, you know, the Harvey Barnes that he has been, I don't think, playing, but although he did have a good moment, he's starting to cross a lot with his right, which is good.
I think he played okay, but all these rumours, these rumour mongering I've heard the last 3 days about him leaving. You know, is a lot of that been said? Has people been saying things? You know, has that been on his mind a bit? So we'll have to wait and see, you know.
Hey, by the way, PDK says, feels like I'm having a nobling competition with Andy.
It's just a love stare. Just a love stare, mate.
That is hilarious, that. All right, then. Well, Win is in the building. Win, what'd you think?
It was comfortable, wasn't it? Too easy at times, to be fair.
Comfortable? That wasn't the second half was comfortable.
It was all... We could have been 5-0 up at half-time, man. Easy.
I don't know about that either, but 5-0 at halftime.
The number of brilliant balls that Murphy put in, I counted 5 from him and 2 from Barnes on the other side.
Barnes, yeah.
And nobody
Barnes
in the middle.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
Isak knocked one over, then he hit it with his heel from Murphy. There was a couple of good chances there where if you've got a little bit more of an old school striker, I think they score.
2 of our stellar players were not at the races today for me. That was Bruno and Isak.
Yeah.
I thought Bruno was decent.
You thought Bruno was what?
Decent. I thought Bruno was I mean, actually, he's the only player that, when doesn't have a ball, runs around to look for to open up the passing lanes for whoever's got the ball to give it to him.
Yeah, but the trouble is when he gets it, he wants 4 touches.
Yeah.
Unlike Sandro gets the ball, 1 touch, it's away. Bruno looks, you know, he dances, looks around, puts the ball under his foot, and then passes the ball that was on when he first got it.
Yeah. Totally agree, Win.
Yeah.
I mean, we did have.
I'm not saying Bruno had a bad game, but
no.
he's nowhere near his best.
I think the issue with we had 5 big chances created. 5. We scored 3 of them. So you know, I think that we did we did approach. We were on their half for the most part. What's up, bro? And you know, but we also made it in the first half, man. I don't know what was happening. It was just like all over the place. Players fighting each other, players fighting here, fighting there, arguing here. The referee was. I tell you, I don't envy the referee tonight because that would have done my head in, man.
I haven't seen it except the once on a replay, but I didn't think it should have been a penalty.
No, I don't think so either. I don't think so either.
But he touched. I thought, and when he'd already booked the Ipswich player for diving, who got sent off, I thought Murphy might get might get a yellow.
Well, exactly, because
He
I
dragged
actually,
his arm. He dragged
I'm
his
not,
arm.
I'm not going to. I did think that
I didn't see
the
any contact, mate.
He was.
no,
There was
just
contact.
touching somebody doesn't mean it's a foul.
You can tell by the
But
way he moved.
I'm not
the way he
complaining about
twisted.
it, by the way.
no, well, of course, Murphy's going to move. Well, there's only one way that Murphy's going to move, which is go down to the ground.
Given against
Yeah.
him loads of times, so.
But you could see the way Murphy twisted, that he was pulled. You know, if he'd have just touched him and he'd fallen over, he turned.
I mean, I need to see it again, obviously.
But look, I think that the Burn foul with who was it that he got a yellow?
I'll have it.
Lap.
The easy point.
Oh, that was the lap, wasn't it? That wasn't the lap. Faked it twice.
I was
one
going
with
to say,
Tonali.
I didn't think Burns was a yellow card.
No, well, he didn't found the lap.
He did
though.
swing his arm when he did swing his arm just before he gets to they get together. Burns swings his arm a little bit, and then they come together again. He pushes him away, and I think the ref's seen the body motion and not seeing it clearly, and thought you had made contact there, you could have hurt him.
The lap faked Tonali and Trippier. I mean, those were blatant. I mean, he was laughing at Tonali's face.
That was a good battle in the middle of the park, was it? And Siso and Tonali.
Oh, Tonali
that was a great
masterclass against Tonali.
And I was surprised he took Enciso off.
I mean, at that point, you just got to get the kids and the wife out, man. When the house is on fire, you just got to get the kids in the house out. That's it. You just got to let the house burn.
You know, they're only a goal behind.
Yeah, but that's just a goal in theory.
Yeah, they were miles behind in actual play, but they were still just a goal behind, and they've got to win to stay up, to have any chance.
They're down now.
Yeah, they don't know.
I think they're down anyways, mate.
Well, they were bar a miracle, but
I'll tell you what, though, that Johnson guy, he's as daft as a mighty win, man. I can't believe how he got. First of all, that was. I don't think that's the one. That's the foul. That's the one I'm trying to remember. Byrne did foul him. That wasn't a dive, in my opinion. Byrne did touch him on the leg, and he's going to fall like everybody else. So he got a yellow card for that one. He got a yellow card for that one, and then the second one was a yellow card. I mean, he grabbed.
I can see where Chris is going with that because he sticks his leg out, but Johnson's leg, his toes are down like that before he gets to Dan Burn, so he's looking for the contact. So he's trying to initiate the contact.
But then
someone fouled it because they've initiated the contact, not because.
But then that leads us to the Murphy, because if that is a foul, then the Murphy one should never be even a penalty. But listen, I'll take it.
I didn't see any contact with the legs or the feet at all. Now Steve's saying he pulled his arm back. I didn't even see that.
Yeah, he does.
He did. He pulled his arm.
It is soft wind, but
you can see the way he moved. He twisted. So I mean, someone's not going to twist unless you're pulling something back. So he twisted him, and he fell over.
No,
he stopped his momentum going towards the ball.
We'll see what Dermot Gallagher says tomorrow.
We'll see about that. But I thought today was a massive win. Obviously,
massive win. Yeah.
Big respect to Kieran Trippier, man. I'm sure.
Man of the match by a mile.
But man, he was on it tonight, crossing, passing, defending, running. Trippier is really
the trademark volley in the first half. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
You know the volley cross.
Yeah.
And we saw
touches in the pitch. I think he had 160 odd touches. It was yeah. And he had the wedges out at the end. I wish Bruno had put that one away where he skied it over. I wish he just put that away. They're the little things with Bruno, like Chris was, I think Wynne was saying, where too many touches, and then when he is asked to instinctively hit the ball, sometimes he doesn't connect with the ball great. He's hit it hard, but just hit the target, mate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think overall was decent.
Bruno's been disappointing the last few games, so is Isak. But they'll come good. Class is permanent, form is temporary.
Yeah, form's temporary, yeah.
Great result. Back to third.
Exactly what the doctor ordered.
The show's back on the road. Comfortable.
I'm not happy with Willock again. So I don't know what he needs to start, to be a bench player, to be a water boy.
Do we know what's the matter with J7?
He has got a knee injury.
Yeah. Knee injury.
So I don't even know what happened
Good
there.
to see Botman coming on.
Botman did
Yes,
come back
that was-
on later on for sure. So we shall see what happens there. Now, I didn't understand Barnes going to the right.
It's a good game. It felt easy the last half an hour. It was like practice.
Yeah, I didn't understand that Barnes going to the right for 5 minutes and then being subbed off. Eddie does that, though, by the way. I don't know why. Instead of just putting Osula in, taking Barnes off, which Osula, by the way, that's a big topic of discussion. Because now he scores in a massive way.
I can't hear anything.
You might want to jump back out in.
Again.
Yeah, you're having issues, and so Osula coming onto the pitch, corner, he scores a wonderful header.
Good header.
And
header.
now it begs the question, but it's what's he going to do? What's Eddie going to do? I'm telling you what he's going to do.
Well, for me, next time we're looking at taking Isak off, it's Osula's got to go on instead of Wilson.
Yep.
Yeah. I thought
Totally
it was fantastic. I think he played out his skin when he came on.
Yeah,
he did what he's done every time he's come on. He tried too hard. He feels like he's got something to prove every time, so he tries that little bit extra that he doesn't really need to.
He's like a Duracell. It's like someone's wound him up at the side of the pitch and just went, "Go on, then."
Yeah,
he's in it.
Yeah. He's an energizer bunny, man. I'm telling you.
But he's, another goal. So that
he made some really good runs as well. Bruno and Eddie flicked the ball through to him when he came off the wing, and then Trippier apologised to him because he made a good run. He's just a bundle of energy.
Yes, he's ready for it. He's up for it.
Well, he wants to impress, doesn't he? Because he wants to get more games. He wants to be there. Knowing that Wilson...
Not necessarily more games, but he certainly wants more minutes.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's a testament to his character as well, because a lot of players being overlooked like that might have their head down by now.
Yeah.
Whereas he hasn't. He's got. It seems like he's got the right. I'm sure he's frustrated. Of course, he's frustrated. He's not getting minutes. But at least when he's crossed that white line, he's went right. Okay, how am I gonna make him change his mind? And that's by trying the best I can.
Yeah, 62 points now for the Toon. Third, we are but we are 5 still now from Arsenal. So second place might be in the distance. But
Arsenal game's big game now, isn't it?
It certainly is, because but they're gonna have to. They're still gonna have to lose, though. They're still gonna have to lose. Because even if we just win and they keep winning and we beat them,
or a couple of draws.
Or a couple of draws. So, but we, to be honest, the main problem is that Chelsea won today, so that's not good. And Man City.
By the way, did you watch that game? That was poor.
Yeah, but they won, so that's all you care about. So
that's absolutely right.
It's gonna be tough. I don't know about Aston Villa. Do they play tomorrow or something? What's their issue? What about Forest? The same? They play tomorrow?
Yeah.
So
Forest Monday, I think.
Monday.
So those are gonna be ones to look at, certainly. And Man City. So yeah, I mean I think Fulham lost, didn't? No, they beat.
No, Fulham beat Fulham beat Southampton, and Brighton beat West Ham.
No, I think Southampton were beating Fulham.
Southampton were 1-0.
Fulham 2-1.
Fulham
1-2-1.
Yeah, twats.
And Brighton came back from 2-1 to 3-2.
But City have already played. City played on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
So Liverpool,
so
Tottenham, Bournemouth, Man United.
Forest home to Brentford on Thursday for some reason.
Yeah, 7:30 kickoff.
7:30 on Thursday for
then
Forest Brentford.
Man City Wolves play on Friday night.
Here's a question for you guys.
That's the next round, though.
Yeah.
Question for you is, considering the way Miley performed when he came on, yes, okay, the game's in a different scenario to what it was at the start when Willock came on. Obviously, Willock started. Are you now, if Joelinton's not available, are you now starting to consider the fact that Miley should start instead of Willock?
Well, I thought it was his best 20 minutes that he's had.
Yeah.
He was really good, including getting forwards and doing some nice stuff in the box.
Yeah. The only thing that was wrong was he got in front of Osula's shot, which was going directly at goal until it skimmed him.
What about
Tonali's shot? Wrong place, wrong time.
Oh, that Tonali shot.
Tonali shot in the first
half. Oh,
yeah.
That was a shot and a half.
I said, get it. I was shouting, get in before it.
Yeah, but that just tells you how amazing he is because, I mean, when you are alone, you're by yourself and you shoot, you more than like you should be able to. You're a proper footballer. You should be able to aim it right. But most don't actually. I mean, they just go up. They just go too high.
Well,
they
did Sky one.
But that was a volley, man. That was bouncing up, but my goodness, when he just set himself up right, and that is textbook like, man. And that could have been a goal as well on the bounce, but it was too damn hard. They couldn't control it.
On another day, we get the rebound, don't we?
Yeah, that was the issue as well. You know, we had a few opportunities where we could have capitalized, but
Andy,
why haven't I got your forecast in here?
I forgot. I've had loads on there. Sorry.
Right,
so you're
I would have said 2-0, so it's spied by.
Yeah,
at least I had my nil. I said 5-0. I said
some of you is a relegation battle right now, so you might as well give up. But I tell you what, Gary took it over, man. I was so close, and Gary changed it in the nick of time. By the way, before kickoff, said 3-0. Yeah. And I wanted to do 3-0, man. I wanted to do 3-0. I just can't believe it.
I was replying last night this morning on WhatsApp, looking after the little, and I thought I better put my prediction in because I can't remember, and I totally forgot. So apologies.
Yeah.
Guys, I was looking up because I got this top online. It's a sort of replica of the 97-98 kit,
but with a Seller badge on.
But it's got the Seller, and it's got the Adidas. That Adidas badge on. Yeah, so it's like I don't know how it's come about, but it's
a proper snide.
Yeah, it's like
hybrid.
So wait. So are we 91 then? 91 points. Did you sort it already?
I'm just doing it now.
Hurry up, man. Fuck.
I don't even know what points are.
I'm trying to find out which one.
I haven't seen it for about 4 weeks.
Yeah, level.
So we are level then. So he's not on top yet. Oh, man, we still got a lot of time. My good. But I tell you what, though, we need to show this.
In the event of a tie, the person with the most exact scores correct wins.
And how do you tell that? You just got to go one by one.
I thought he was going to say whoever's got the most hair. I was going to say win. That's not going to go in your favor, mate.
Oh, no. Chris is shaving his hair off.
If we make it to Europe, which fuck, actually, I should have done that already. I said if we made it to Europe.
No, Champions League.
Oh, Champions League was okay, good. Thanks for protecting me, Win. Champions League. So, this prediction thing is done pretty well actually. But some of you need to give up already. RG Fox may have a chance. 79 points, maybe. I don't know.
I'm only on 77. But 3 correct scores away.
Hit the like button, folks. Come on, help us out.
Our highest total is in the Prem? Because I can't remember. Is it 81 our highest or 70? High 70?
I don't think we've had 80.
I mean,
that's what I'm thinking. Could we set our highest ever?
Well, we're already higher.
All you got to do is go to the 90s, man.
80. Yeah, we're going to go 96, 97, and 2001 maybe.
I don't know how. Well, no, we finished 5th with Pardew, so I don't think we got that high. But
it's so tight, though, isn't it? I mean, one slip up either side, and it could cost you. I think we've got a little bit of a luxury that if we get beat off Arsenal, it's against a team that's, and I know that, but they're already in the Champions League. Do you know what I mean? Arsenal aren't going to potentially. They're the ones that's already qualified out of the lot of from 2nd to 6th, 7th.
Yeah. 95, 96, 78 points.
Yeah.
So we could break that record.
Hey, Ronald Turner wants to know where he's at on the table. Ronald. Let me see where Ronald at.
I'd have been wondering now where I am.
Ronald is on 70 points, 21 behind the leaders.
think I'm on 62 or something.
Yeah, knackered.
And he's on 64.
Andy's Everton right now. Everton, like,
If I get to 69, I'll be happy.
and of course, and Brian, Foxy, Marky, and Paul, you guys are relegated, man.
Well, that's because I haven't put any scores in all week.
Hey, that's you.
As Win mentioned how he's doing on the fantasy football, though, by the way.
When you don't turn up, that's what you get, relegation, man. The fantasy,
I'm
I don't know,
second
man.
in the cup now.
You're second, of course you are. You're the one organizing.
Second in head-to-head.
I was doing well, and then I've just went to shit the last 2 weeks.
Well, it's flipping Win beat me last week.
It's those double games. Last week before last, I was winning, and then they had those double game result ones, which is stupid. And I lost it on that because he had a double manager week.
I put in Bembo on my team, but I put him on the bench last week and he scored 2. I'm like, oh, for the love of God.
And by the way, shout out to Ipswich because they posted, glad to see Eddie Howe back in the dugout on their accounts. So that was class. They officially got relegated tonight, but hopefully they'll come back up. I mean,
they're a proper team.
I hope they don't jump on the bandwagon of this, getting a manager that's getting you 2 straight promotions, and because he's failed in the Premier League, you get rid. He's done an absolute unbelievable job on the budget to get them into the Premier League. And, they've stuck to the principles. They've not changed the way they play. They're organised. Okay, they're lacking a bit of quality in certain areas, and they're getting a few loan players in, which can go either way. For me, you got to stick with them. They're going to lose the lap. That's inevitable. But whatever they lose in sense, they've got to replace. Give them the money to try and get you back up. Whatever comes in, and I think they're going to be challengers to come straight back up. I think personally.
Yeah,
they change the manager though. I don't think they will be.
It's just difficult. It's just difficult for teams like that. I mean, Leeds are going to come back up. They might have some hope of staying, but Burnley, come on, man. I mean, already they haven't even played one game of next season yet, but it's going to be very, very tough. So, it's just tough, man. It's just look, you can have a horrible season like Tottenham, like Man United, but the people on the bottom, the teams on the bottom are going to do all the work for you to not get relegated. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so Southampton as well. So, but meanwhile, back at the ranch, in Newcastle upon tying a third, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, I was just looking at the logo, and one twat on X was hinting that he loves our logo, but he thinks that we should change it because to fit better into the merchandise because multiple teams have done it. Man City did change theirs originally from what it was. The people don't see it now, but it was changed. I think 10 years ago or something.
We're talking about Newcastle's logo.
Yeah.
That was like almost 30 years now.
No, I think you got it right the first time. Chris is a class.
I think exactly.
More than 30 years.
No, who? Newcastle.
I think
Newcastle have never changed their logo, man.
I should stay with what we got.
Changed our logo. Was it 88, 89 or something?
Yeah. Not the main logo with. Yeah, that ain't never been changed. I mean,
it has.
Here and there, a few things, but it's the same thing. Like, it's,
it was the crest originally, and then it went to the NUFC in a certain.
No, I'm talking about the logo of Newcastle United with the seahorses. That's what I'm talking about.
That's the crest.
But
that has changed.
That's been changed 4 times.
Man, I can go. Come on, man. Go to
the
Wikipedia.
One we have now is the 4th one.
You add those NUFC with the C on the bottom. That stuff those are other crests, man. But they're not.
they were the official crests.
Yeah.
I know. I understand what you're saying. So I guess I'm not explaining myself right. But since the beginning of time, when you and Moses and Noah were alive, mighty wind, Newcastle have always had the little seahorses with the flag, the little star on top, and all that. Always had that. My point is that this twat on, which by the way we used to show up on this channel, by the way. he thinks that so to appease the merchandise, it doesn't look good on merchandise or whatnot. Our current logo.
They are the 4 official crests that we've had.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
So,
They've got cataracts, Chris.
but I just don't see why, because Man City changed their official logo recently. People don't remember actually, but they have changed it. They used to have the other ones that kind of look more like
Newcastle had the magpie in the circle with the castle behind, and then they had the magpie underneath the NUFC, and then they've gone back to more or less the Newcastle City crest, which was the original one, but with black and white stripes instead of the 3 castles.
You could get 6 million people to design a new crest, and I don't think it'd be better than the one that we have.
Yeah, I think the one we got is better, the best.
Yeah. Why change it?
and who else has changed? I think Man United and I don't think I've never changed theirs.
Well, Leeds have changed. Derby County have changed.
Yeah,
I think they've all changed. Brighton's changed. Everton's changed.
Even the Mackems.
I think Forest may have changed. I think Forest may have changed theirs.
Yeah,
everybody.
No,
Wolves did. Wolves did. Certainly, Wolves did. So yeah, but that's I just remember that by looking at our crest. And
if you want to add something to it for the PIF or something, then fine. But let's not change for crest, please.
No, I ain't got nothing to change for PIF either, man.
Especially when I've got to tattoo.
No, to do with the sponsors.
It ain't got nothing to do with PIF ownership. I mean, it's the club is an English club. You don't need to have no damn Saudi flag or.
By the way, Isak went above the mighty Haaland in the goal scoring charts today.
Yeah.
Did it? I think now.
Isak on 22 now, Haaland on 20.
Without wanting to be honest, because Isak was just strolling through tonight. But he wasn't looked for it, to be fair. For a lot of the first half, until Harvey Barnes decided he wanted to do it. So he starts looking for options, crossing the ball in there. I'm actually very happy with Harvey Barnes, and he's
we had a
crossing
clear
with his right.
plan, didn't we? Get the ball deep, get it in the box.
Well, I mean, but the one thing they did today, I thought, whereas we've primarily been attacking down the left all the time when J7 was there. Today, almost everything went down the right.
Right. Yeah.
Which is why Trips had such a good game, of course.
I thought Barnes had a better game than people will give him credit for.
I thought Barnes did okay.
Yeah, I thought he cooked a really good crosses.
He could have, 2 good shots as well. That could have, and another day that could have flew in.
The things that we used to criticise him for, in the sense of that he never used to get in the game and he would just have moments. That, for me, he's entirely flipped it. He's in the game now, and he's making moments. So for me, again, I don't think Gordon did enough to kick him out the side against Brighton. I think Barnes should start again.
Because again, predictable Gordon won it when every time he got the ball on the left,
same thing,
run back and
he's just not able to hit it like Barnes is.
No, but Gordon, I got a big announcement. That's what next season we're gonna bring in the prediction board, which is just statements that we predict that are not held to account by certain twats. So we're gonna bring that. So next season we hold people accountable. But I'm gonna say that Gordon.
There's only one single one of those statements that matters, and that's Eddie Howe out.
Well, you got to tell them people that they were wrong.
He was on the fence at one point, though.
No, I've never been on no fence. I've always, criticized when Phil needed.
On the fence.
And he was certainly he was.
Mighty Win said he was.
Mighty Win certainly was. Yes, he was.
No, from the start of the season, I said if we're not within 3 points of Champions League with this squad when the Christmas fixtures are finished, he's got to go.
Well, I think if you're hopping a 5-ball gate when you were 2 planks up and your foot was nearly over you were nearly sitting on it. You were practically. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Stop lying.
Just look at
It was the Leicester away
everything I've
game that
ever
changed it.
done is
Anyway,
back in how.
but what I was gonna say is, I think Gordon needs to start next game now.
No.
Yeah, I think he needs to.
No.
Yes, no, but I'm going up because I actually did like Gordon football wise at the end of the game. I think he was the only one trying. He was, he was fresh and the game was won. But I
And
think
again
he's shown his
against 10
quality.
men.
Yeah, that's cool. But I think his quality is shown.
If it's not broken, don't fix it. Same with
Man,
everything.
that is this dumbest thing ever to say that the mighty win says all the time, and there's all this 1920s tactics. If it ain't broken, don't fix it. If you don't change a winning lineup, all them twat phrases that nobody just
good enough for Bill Shankly, good enough for me.
Yeah, that's 100 years ago.
What did Gordon, other than have a few nice touches and a bit of link-up play with Timo Livramento, what did he do?
I think he was pretty good.
Oh, yeah, a couple of
Dribbling, crossing, getting past players, shooting. He could have had 2 great goals tonight.
Yeah,
He didn't, though, did he?
One on
Yeah,
top.
no, but I mean, come on, man. So Tonali didn't either, but we were over here on our knees with our ponytails up, ready for anything.
One key pass.
Nah, man, he didn't even score
long balls.
He hit the target.
I've gone. Listen, I'm objective, man. I'm the king of being objective. And as I said last week, that I think Gordon, he's a petty twat. He's a little baby. He's a crybaby. He can be. Now, listen, if he doesn't fix that, doesn't have a spot on the team. Plain and simple. But he's a very talented player. I think he should come up next game and start. Now, Harvey Barnes, I didn't say bench Harvey Barnes. That's 2 different things.
So you're going to drop Murphy?
Somebody's got to calm down. And I'll tell you what, I think that's what Eddie Howe is planning to do. And that's why I think he put Murphy on the right, Gordon on the left. I think he wanted to see what they can do and how they can. I think it's going to happen whether we like to see it or not, man.
I think you can tell that weed is legal in the USA. Chris has clearly been.
I'm telling you, man.
He's smoking.
Definitely.
No way Murphy comes out that team.
Murphy was one of our best, especially in the first half when the game was tight. He was the one that was going to create an opportunity for Isak or a forward player. He did. He created 2 clear opportunities, which on another day, another player might have taken, or Isak might have taken. For me, he got to the byline so many times.
He got the penalty for the.
And he got the penalty, Scott. To say that he should be dropped.
No. We can't. That's what I'm saying. Empty, soulless phrases that get into my bloodstream and make my damn liver explode with anger. It makes no sense. We have been here, aside from you probably, Andy, so you might be able to hold on to that thought. But the mighty twat has been saying it wasn't a penalty for him, and all of a sudden he's going to attribute that as a skill, it's an attribute to say that Jacob Murphy had a great game. Now you can't do that. You can't do that, man. Because you are right now. You can't do that. Because if it's not a penalty, then you can't say it was a great move because it turned out to be a penalty. You're speaking out of both sides of your mouth, man. You're being in a what do you call it? An Hermaphrodite. You're trying to do. The luck.
I'm not going to pretend to understand what that word meant, but
you cannot do that.
What chances of buying Delap? Do you reckon he'd be a good fit?
There's a chance because he was looking at the crowd like he knew what's happening. He was looking at the fan.
Nothing for him, I don't think.
He was looking at the fans like he knew something.
Would you not, Andy?
Sorry?
You wouldn't have Delap, would you not?
I'm saying 30 million's nothing for him.
Oh, yeah. It's washers.
And you could sweeten the deal. They were talking on the WhatsApp last night. I think, obviously, after today, there might be a bit of a different opinion. But let's say what we were talking about yesterday is if you were to loan Osula to Ipswich, that sweetens the deal just for Ipswich. And anyone that thinks that the club don't have a say in where players go are naive, because of course the clubs are able to push in a direction. If the club's able to get a striker in and then be able to receive the money from Delap and go, right, we can take with time for a long-term replacement now,
Well,
We haven't got a plan. They're going to take that deal rather than 30 million off somebody else without a loan player.
I'll go one better than that. I'll say forget about Osula
Wilson.
going Wilson.
Yeah.
Because
I don't know whether Wilson would do that.
I can't see Wilson going down to the Championship. I think he's going to go to like. I think he's going to go Saudi or something.
Whatever.
That's a possibility.
I think he's still got.
I can't see any Premier League club.
No,
taking
he's
a
not
risk.
going to get the money.
He's not going
to get the money in the Championship.
With his injury
I'll tell you what. One thing today is proven.
We should keep him and put him on a paper player.
The one thing that you've got to say is his Championship record speaks for itself. So if he backs himself and he thinks that he's good enough to play a season in the Championship or even 6 months and get a move back to the Premier League, but the problem is we all know that he's capable. He's just got to stay fit, and I don't think. I get where Steve's coming from, Saudis or China or wherever. The problem is the contracts that they're going to give a player, they're not going to pay that for a player that's going to sit on the bench because they're injured. Yeah. Unless you name them.
Time will tell.
If I'm Wilson, yes, okay, I can understand him. You probably might want to hold out the last minute, try and get a promoted side, maybe like a Leeds or something. But if I'm him, I'm looking at Ipswich. They're set up right. They've got a good manager. They've got a good structure. If you could start hitting a bit of form on that side, then you're back in the shop window.
Yeah, but how much would they be able to pay him? That's the thing.
Ooh, well, how much is he going to get in the Premier League for not starting?
Yeah, but it's more than what he's getting now if he went down the Championship.
I get that, but you've got goal bonuses, win bonuses, and that's where a lot of the players in the Championship get their money from.
And one hell of a goal from Messi. I guess he's playing. Crystal Palace are playing right now.
They're beating Villa.
Are they?
Yeah.
Ooh, well, that is something to look for right there.
That's good. That's good for us.
The FA Cup. They're playing the FA Cup right now?
Oh, yes, FA Cup, yeah.
Who's saying Palace?
Never mind then. I don't care.
Yeah, because the other one is tomorrow, isn't it? Man City tomorrow, isn't it? And the other game with Arsenal, is it?
All right. So, anyways, then. Let me see what else we got. Osula. That's what I wanted to bring up. That's going to be a big topic. He's not going to play. Not even over Callum Wilson this season. So it's kind of pointless. The reason is because we already know what type of manager we got, man. So but listen, mighty win. You back that. You think that he's got the magic ball. He knows best, and everything that he does is perfect. So
what I know is when Osula comes on, he'll be ready.
Yeah, he looks pretty much ready right now. So, but anyway, I guess you got to keep getting ready.
Well, no, you make a choice. Make a choice. Do you want Isak or do you want Osula?
That ain't got that. But see, again, you're trying to have a politician discussion when you don't need to have one. It makes no sense what you're talking about. Nobody said he needs to play against Isak or for Isak. But we're talking about he needs to be the first option, which he hasn't been ever.
Which I've just agreed to.
Yeah. But then you'll say that Eddie Howe is the mastermind, so he knows everything, and so you agree with everybody. You're scared to get wet, man, and you can't be. Don't be. Put your feet in the water, baby, and start swimming. You know what I mean? Which one is it? Is Osula ready to play and get some more minutes? Same for Miley, or is he not? Or is Eddie knows best and maybe he's not ready for it?
The both are.
No, he can't. It can't be. It can't be. Can be. The guy comes on and scores like that. He doesn't care, by the way. It seems like pressure doesn't faze him, and so why not give him opportunity? He gives you more than Callum Wilson will ever give you anymore.
Is it any surprise we went 4-4-2 though when he came on? Maybe I think Wynn's thing is maybe is he ready to lead the line on his own yet? Whereas we did go a little bit more we went a little bit more 4-4-2 because we had so much of the ball and he had someone to play off with Wilson experience.
Exactly. I get Wynn. I said that when I was
playing against 10 as well.
Crowd, I said,
and we're playing against 10. I get that scenario. He's still young. He's still gonna have to learn up when to hold the ball up, when to release it, when to take a player on, because he is like a daring head. I mean, he's like a Duracell bunny, isn't he? He's going to make errors, and he's going to sometimes get overexcited and give the ball away.
Yeah, he's prone to make mistakes. So that's obviously it's going to happen.
He needs
But I mean,
minutes.
yeah, exactly. I mean, he needs minutes, man. Right now, he's so full of energy, man.
The problem we've got is, which we won't have next season, because we've got more games next season.
Yeah,
is finding time to give them minutes whilst still picking up the points, because that's the first objective is to pick the points up.
Yeah, that's true, but I mean, it's not necessarily it's happened. I mean, we were 5-0 with Crystal Palace. He didn't even sniff the grass, so that beats the purpose. I mean, that beats your theory, doesn't it?
Eddie wants to, and I think he has now given Callum every chance to show that he's back in business,
and he's not.
And he's not.
And even the one where it came across over the defender said he took a heavy touch and then the goalkeeper's claimed it. That's the type of chance under Bruce that he takes.
Right. Well, but to be fair, he did do a couple of good things as well. I mean, he hasn't lost any speed. When he raced to the byline.
No, at full chat wins right. At full chat, he's still quick. It's that off the line acceleration that he's lost, that explosiveness that he's lost.
Yeah. Well, anyway then, Roy, why are you so quiet, man?
I think
he's expired.
Right.
See you, Andy.
Take care, everyone. All the best, everyone in the chat.
I think Callum Wilson's expired, and let him go.
Oh, he's still alive.
Note. Bring Delap. Then we've got Isak Delap and Osula next season.
Oh,
same
hell,
three.
Well,
that's all it is. So you got Delap, who's a huge step over Callum Wilson now.
Exactly.
And then he'll probably push Isak as well for the starting number 9. Delap was good, man. Delap was good. He was the only spark in that team.
Yeah. The lap was good. Exactly. I agree. And he, I don't know, man. I don't know if it might be close.
You talk about Isak feeding on scraps. The lap's feeding on scraps.
Yeah, but he ain't got no. He doesn't have the same amount of goals that Isak or.
But the lap scraps are different than Isak's scraps. Isak probably gets 3-4 chances a game now, and he's wasting all of them.
Yeah, can't disagree.
Delap, I think, had one. Yeah, Delap had one shot, I think, today. Out of nothing.
No, didn't have many chances, did he?
Yeah.
And the thing is, when you're playing this
Isak
side,
had 2 headers that he wasted.
Yeah, I think with these Ipswich, like what one of the commentators said, is Ipswich had a good side in the Championship last year. Maybe they've come up a season too early, and maybe if they'd come up next season, might have had more of a chance of staying up. But they weren't ready.
No, they weren't.
Yeah. The thing is, even if they come up next season, they haven't got the. They'll probably need 4 or 5 top players to stay up.
Yeah, but what they were saying is that if they'd have waited maybe one more season and got themselves together, then maybe they would have had a better season this season than they've had. They've come up a bit too quick. They weren't ready for it.
Well,
well, they've got the parachute money now anyway, so they'll go down, fix the team, and come back up.
Yeah,
hopefully, because then we save money.
Not bad.
Another 51
We
million.
can help them by giving them 30 million.
Well, they'll take that, I tell you.
Yep, definitely.
But the problem now is that they got other team. It almost feels like when we see a target, everybody else wants him now. You know, that's the part that it's annoying.
But the thing is, what we need to be doing is getting in there early and getting an agreement. You know, to sort it out.
Well, there's a few teams in for him, of course.
Yeah, but the thing is, what he's got to think of is, though, if he comes to us, he's going to get more games. If he goes elsewhere to, like, Man City or Arsenal or somewhere, he might not get on the pitch as much. And maybe with us,
Man City have got the buyback option. But I don't think Man City would.
I wouldn't be surprised if they go for him.
You reckon?
By the way, Craig Hope is saying that Eddie Howe says Joelinton felt his knee was not 100% in training yesterday. He's seeing a specialist today. It's the same knee problem he had been nursing all season. So that is and look, man. Sometimes at this point, you might be looking for next season too, to not risk next season, because if you destroy his knee, he is knackered.
Fortunately, we've only got four games to play without him. So,
if that's the case, I think Lewis Miley could do a job.
Yeah, absolutely can do a job.
But the problem is with teams like Arsenal, Chelsea, you need somebody. You need somebody like him in the midfield.
Well, I think when we play Arsenal, we'll play them like we did when we're beating them. We'll play 5 at the back.
Maybe. I doubt it.
And then you can go 2 in the middle.
Yeah.
You doubt it? What do you?
I doubt it. I doubt it because I just go on what from the pattern that Eddie Howe shows. I don't think
what he's shown.
No, yeah, he's shown one game. We play against Liverpool the same way. He didn't play one way against Liverpool in the league, and then the next
played it specifically against Arsenal.
Yeah, I understand that, but we play one way against Liverpool, and then the final we play different. So. And by the way, we didn't have Isak as well on the Premier League against Liverpool. I just don't think that he'll repeat it, but I may be wrong, and that's fine. No big deal there. Anyways, we're going to get into the player scores right now, ladies and gents, so please join us immediately right now at this moment with Roy in Mighty Win player scores. So let us know. Join the chat. You should get redirected to there immediately. So anyways, thank you so much for your kind support, for your watching us. And we'll be back with you on that one. Around Monday, somewhere we'll release the full tactical analysis with Gary. And but yeah, we'll see you right now on the player score. Please join us. We'll see you in a minute.